We're live.
Oh, and welcome back to Waterdeep. We find you all now at Troll Skull Manor. The final.
What does it look like? Can you help my imagination out?
Let me finish what I was saying first. How about that? Is that all right? Is that okay?
Sorry.
I don't know, maybe.
I have to interrupt him every time.
We find ourselves with all the participants now showing up for a dinner planned where you all are hoping to meet and get to know your future workers, 4 of which who are halflings, 2 brothers, and then 2 other associates. Broxley has shown up, and unfortunately, I believe...
Already wrong.
Brother and sister team.
It's a brother and sister. You already
And
messed
one
up
of them was
your
a
own
cousin,
story.
right?
No, that was you.
1 brother
You
and
made that up.
sister,
I thought it was
and
a
then
cousin.
2 other associates, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Pardon me. I can't use words, apparently. I apologize.
It's your own story.
Broxley has arrived and has, I believe, mentioned, like, just offhandedly, the guy he wanted as your cook apparently got ran over by a dray.
Yeah, I remember that.
You have just begun meeting...
But we got, what's his name? Sister, right?
Justin Rask and Hammond Craddock. And I believe Justin, Mr. Rask, had mentioned he knew another cook.
Oh yeah,
But
what's his name?
you had not
Sister was
investigated
an apprentice, potentially.
Correct.
Yeah.
As for you are sitting at the first floor of Troll Skull Manor. It is finished. You have put 2 of the tables together, so you have ample space. You've turned the bar into the actual serving area. As for, you have at least 2 servants from Isaac's, how would you say, chateau? No. Your
Manor?
Villa?
Your villa.
That's from House Jasper.
Who are serving you all. So that's all taken care of. They all are going to be doing all that, apparently free of charge. Crazy, whatever. And I believe I have set up your current seating assignments, which naturally you all can choose to move. And I completely forgot, is someone going to be Bastion?
All I can see is a black wall and a couple things.
Yeah, why wouldn't we all be sitting together? Why are we sitting? This is weird.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm I'm outside, that's why.
Yeah, you're sitting in the window.
You
Now
said
you're
you were
on the
outside,
table.
right? All right. If you would like to move around, you're welcome to.
I want to sit with Swift.
You just
Move this old lady out of the way.
The old lady. That's Kelso and the 4 hobbits.
Yeah, move her.
Okay. Okay.
Wait, that one is Kelso and the 4
I like to be in
halflings?
corners.
4 halflings. Yes. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do 1 for each.
For real?
They're sticking together. What? They don't know these people.
Hammond, you're looking kind of square.
All right.
Okay, wait. Can we talk about this for a minute? Are we sitting at
Okay.
one long table? Are we really
Yes, they
sitting?
pushed this together.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you can't put round tables together.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're using our imagination.
Are we using our imaginations? Okay.
We are using our imagination. Do
Okay.
you see a square table here that's right next to each other?
Yeah, we push all those together. I figured we would have been over here.
Can't really fit everyone over there, though.
I mean, someone could stand. Okay, we'll sit here.
All right. Anyway,
Oh,
we
wow.
got it. Okay, so we're along a straight table. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So at this point, if you do want to change your seating, feel free. Also,
Already
still
did.
no one has told me, does someone want to be Bastion, or is that going to be up to me? Which I suppose.
You can be
Good to
Bastion
ask.
if that sounds fun to you. If not, I mean, I can do it too, I guess.
Why do I feel like you're gonna let him kill us if we let him be Bastion?
Okay, yeah, let me be Bastion.
What?
That's probably best. You have a lot of characters to play here.
I appreciate that. All right. 1 moment.
Is he not coming at all tonight?
He is not. His his wife's birthday today, and
Gotcha.
they
Oh yeah, no, he can't miss that.
Yeah, will you
well, they
there you go,
wanted
got
to not do anything. I've cleared it. You should be able to grab it.
Yeah, I got
there you
it.
did. All right.
Hey, Riggin, will you hold on to all my money? Yeah, sure, I can do that. Bastion hands Riggin all his money.
Those check out. Bastion did say that.
Done and done.
Uh,
Thanks, it's just so heavy. You know how it is.
monster.
You better be sharing.
As Broxley Fairkettle begins to settle into his seat at the head of the table, welcoming everyone, and clearly looking back and forth, pretty amused with himself, thinking, "This is what I did." He turns to Bastion and says, "Well, you've certainly done a good job turning this around. This is, well, I could see this becoming into a profitable venture after all."
Well, I must say it was a team effort. Looking around everyone else.
And,
Wait, you didn't think this was going to be profitable?
well, you're not yet, but you're taking the right steps. And
Yeah,
well,
grease in your pockets. I mumble under my breath to Riggin.
well, you know, a rising stream lifts all boats. You know.
You want me to kill him?
No.
Oh, okay.
Now, since we're all in here now and settled, and well, we are being served, let me take the opportunity to introduce everyone. I am naturally Broxley Fairkettle. All of you have known me for a while. Member of
2
the
days.
well, fast friends, all of us, clearly. But the Troll
Right.
Skull Trio and Addition, and as he nods to Isaac, I would like you to introduce you all to a Hammond Craddock. I admit one of the most talented individuals for setting up bars and distilleries in Waterdeep. He has done 12 fantastic inns and taverns, and each one better than the last. As Hammond does stands up slightly and does a slight bow. As he finishes the bow, he does introduce himself, and with a little flourish, takes off his hat again and sets it under his left arm. I wish to say I am most excited to be working here. I see ample space and perhaps new clientele. And then he sits back down. Well, we'll hear more of him later. Now, the next gentleman is Justin Rask. Now, don't let the looks of him fool you. He's pretty handy.
What does he look like?
With a blade. This gentleman is almost the size of you, Riggin. He is clearly wearing what seems to be a butcher's hammock over most of his
overalls.
Slightly tattered shirt. He does have scars, 2 of them following his jawline on his right side, and a few nicks, and you see a few nicks and things along his arms, which are bare.
Can I roll an insight to infer as Riggin if I feel like he would be open to an impromptu arm wrestle?
Feel free.
Oh my god.
What type of vibe am I getting? Just sizing him up.
You're getting the feeling that at the moment might not be the best, but you're thinking like 3 drinks in.
Okay.
Oh, he's going.
Tonight, though, I might get lucky.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
One of the finest butchers from the field ward. And naturally, you all said closeness to the North Ward was important, so I had no one else to turn to, and no finer.
Well, that's a good coincidence.
He gives a little clap to himself as Justin begins to stand up. He's like, well, I've worked with Broxley twice, and, well, he's paid both times. And he sits down.
Riggin gives the firm like,
And finally, Broxley mentions the 4 halflings. I see Kelso Fiddlewick and his noble sister have made it, and their 2 associates. Hopefully, they will become fast friends
Are they all in
and
the one
great
chair?
workers. They're halflings. Like, come on.
they're all in the one chair together.
They can. I would say 2 and 2.
I just see the Kelsos. Are they all represented by?
Yes.
Okay, so like if a fireball were to go off.
Oh yeah,
and
they're
it
all dead.
occupied Kelso's square.
Yeah.
All 4. I just
Are
feel
on
like that's
fire.
important.
That is important, I suppose.
Yeah. I mean, I think it is.
Can't cast fireball in this game.
Bastion would like to cast Moonbeam.
All of a sudden, I've become a druid. All right.
He's got it.
Gosh. As Kelso gives a slight wave, but does not stand to say anything. Or at least you can tell because he's a halfling. So, naturally, gentlemen, ladies, I say first we feast, and then we get into business. But, first, a toast. To Troll Skull Manor's opening night.
Here, here.
Yes, agreed. Riggin kind of looks around confused, like, what?
As you see, Broxley seeming to have his own little flask, just downs it immediately. Where everyone else has already been served by the 2 servants, are drinking probably wine, or if you prefer, mead or ale, of which Isaac's family has been nice enough to supply, mind you.
He's like our
As long as
sugar
they're
daddy.
not drinking out of the barrel from earlier.
They are not.
Wasn't that barrel
Pretty sure I got
disposed
rid
of?
of it all. Yeah. We probably should take it out of the fiery sheet, but that's a different story.
Yeah, no, it was destroyed, and what little we had left of it, we gave to the Jafala.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
La 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 la.
All right, and with the toast done, everyone begins to dig in. So what you're being served, in fact, is roasted pheasant with a plum chutney, a rather well done meal. You have a side of this. It looks to be like an asparagus-like vegetable, as well as what seems to be some meat pies.
It's all cooked.
It's all cooked.
Yuck.
Now, as if it's all like,
It's not that bad, dude. Just
I'll eat
take
the meat pie.
No, try the pheasant. It's good. You should. It's good.
Yeah.
You see how juicy it's juicy instead of bloody. You like that?
Is there a pheasant that looks maybe a little underdone? Just a little bit.
so there's 2 full pheasants.
I see.
You'll need to roll. They're literally cutting it at the bar in front of you.
Oh,
No,
goodness.
it'll be fine. I'll just eat it. It'll be
Okay.
whatever. I'll be nice.
It seems everyone is quite enjoying the field, where Swift just moves around things on her plate a little bit, takes a bite every once in a while, but is feeling unfulfilled. Clearly, you would say, right?
They got any
No,
fish?
I'm fine.
They do not.
Fish. That's weird. We are on the coast.
Mhm.
Yeah, right?
I don't know why
Yes,
you
but
do
you,
anything else.
You chose to get assistance from Isaac's family, where fish is a fish and usually a peasant's meal.
Oh wow.
That's for the
okay.
riffraff. It's
Okay.
easy to get. Getting stuff brought into the city, now that's where you show money.
We
But
should serve more fish in our bar.
that's probably well thought out. As I'd say, about you guys started around 6:15, and probably 40 minutes of you all eating, beginning to meet each other, get a good feel of them. And let's see, sure. Yeah. Okay. And everyone's having a pretty good time as you all come to the end of finishing your meals, which everyone notes is enjoyable, other than Swift, that seems slightly disappointed.
It's fine. It's just not what I wanted.
What you want?
Mm-hmm.
What's a delicacy from your homeland?
She,
I just like undercooked things.
you know, fresh off the boat.
Yeah.
Still
Upon you all
flopping.
talking about
More
She don't
Swift's
mind if you
background,
descale it.
you see Broxley. Yes. Where is she from, anyway?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Swift. We met up in the north, traveling, around Desert Valley area. We're on a caravan moving through there. I was heading out of Silvery Moon.
We see a few like her through Waterdeep every once in a while, but they are not a regular viewing, so to speak. Yes.
Yeah,
Just
it's
from a
normally-
nomadic clan from up
normally
north.
the fur, tabaxis, from the jungles of Cholt or from Mazteca.
Oh,
No, she likes the cold.
down south?
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say about down south, right? Savages. as him and Hammond begin to chuckle amongst themselves, clearly having a similar sense of humor.
Bastion awkwardly laughs along, like, yeah.
And yet it's called the Savage North for a reason, right?
Please,
Oh, it's savage.
we just like to seem like it. What other city in here is as civilized as Waterdeep? Mirabar?
Silvery Moon.
Come now.
That's what I was about. Little ways north,
Those
up by the forest.
I don't mean to be rude, mind you, but those stuffy elves?
Wow, you said civilized. You said nothing about stuffy. I mean, look at you. You're very civilized.
What's wrong with elves?
Which
got-
I've taken to city life pretty well.
Elves have a respect for things in nature.
They're usually annoying, condescending twats.
Here. You see Rusk next to you give a firm nod.
I guess it's all about the relationship with them.
Elven
Never had any
children.
trouble with them.
Have you ever had one of those teenagers try to act like they know more than you have seen in your entire life? Ugh.
I mean, I guess there's some truth to that, but I don't know. Like I said, I ain't really gave him much trouble. More advice than anything.
Well, the
Can't
point
say I know
being,
too many elves, though.
I see them as a little stuffy. They seem to not understand something that we younger races seem to get, and that's progress. We don't have ages to stare at a tree. You know what I mean?
Why stare at it when you can chop it?
Precisely. Advancement, progress, exactly.
But you don't just chop any
sometimes
tree.
the first time I saw you, Regan, I wasn't sure you got it, but you're starting to grow on me.
Nah, there's some truth to the selection. You gotta spend time, look around, realize the forest it's all connected, and you can take one tree, but the reality is you're just building 5 more up. Sometimes trees grow too big for their own good. You know,
About 3/4 through Riggins' talk there, Broxley begins to get. He's actually talking about cutting down trees, and you just see a quick like little like loss of a smile on him. He's like,
you know, cedars can get out of control pretty quick too. A lot of people don't realize it, but you can have a whole hedge of them. But if one gets ahead of any of the others, he can stunt the growth and even kill the others around him. So if you see him, you know, sometimes you just got to fell that guy and let the others breathe. You can alternate and put some space in between them. I find that the best, to be honest. But however they grow and, you know, foliage naturally is probably the best way to let them cultivate. But to be honest, you know, guys got to make a living too. So you come in there and just do what you got to do. I'll tell you what, though, if you put some birch in between them, though, those guys are fighters. They don't take no crap from no cedar. You know what I mean?
Swift gently taps Riggin on the arm.
Yep. But
They're not talking about trees, and they're getting ready to make fun
Or-
of you for talking about trees.
as Riggin seems to be interrupted by Swift momentarily, most of you at the tables begin to look around at both Justin and Hammond, and their eyes seem to just glaze over.
what? I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about trees.
Yes, progress, yes.
Yeah.
Broxley tries to
I was more
bring it
curious
back.
as to where Swift was from and how you guys met.
Oh,
Yeah. Like I said, I was on a caravan down from Silvery Moon. I was just kind of wandering, to be honest, and I don't know. We got attacked, and me and her were carted off by some bandits. I think we were about to be sold for slave trade. Anywho,
at your mention of bandits, Justin does perk up. It's like, so she wasn't one of the bandits.
no, she was on the caravan.
I don't mean to be rude, but she dresses like a bandit.
Well, they sure didn't treat her like a ally.
I wasn't their
I thought
ally.
she dressed it like a feline that wanted to move swiftly through the forest without trees snagging on her clothing and stuff.
That's what a bandit does, right? Liz?
Wow, it's also what elves do. And they're not all bandits.
Yeah.
I'm generally not even dressed.
That's what they call anyone going into their forest.
You know, I do have some input on that. You know, the elves can be kind of testy, but especially when you try to go cutting, they got some good trees, though, I tell you what. But I tell you, sometimes you just got to kind of work out a trade with them. And once you sit them down and have a conversation about it, again, like what I was saying with the cedars, you know, they understand too that trees can get out of hand, and sometimes, you know, the natural cycle of things is all well and good. But if something
I
gets going,
gently touch
Justin-
Riggin's arm again.
yeah, I'm sorry. What?
Justin does lean towards you. I've been like, maybe we should stay away from trees as a subject. Is that normal around here?
Sorry,
We've been working with a lot of different woods to go ahead and rebuild the place. And
yeah, these floors. This is a mahogany.
Riggin is our wood expert of the owners.
And we got some new fresh cedar pillars in there. You like those?
Is he all right?
Yeah,
Could you
these
add it
tables.
on?
This is, I think this is a
Again.
white oak. Yeah, that's a
Again.
white. What? Yeah.
They don't care about the type of wood. I know you do, and it is beautiful, but they don't care.
What about that cherry trim? You know,
They
Reagan,
don't care.
Reagan, I have a quick question.
Yeah.
When you were thinking like, is this white oak? Do you like rub your thumb against it,
Yeah,
or do you
he
straight
does-
up
he-
like
he
push
ru- he
away
fills-
from it
nah, he
and
fills
like
the grain.
lick the wood or anything?
he fills the
Do you-
grain and gives it like a. It's got a lacquer on it, obviously, but he can still through the. It's got a residual, you know, even through the lacquer, you can smell. You can smell that. White oak's good too because it's got a little give. It's not that hard. It's good for use. You know what I mean? Like the. I'm sorry, y'all were talking about something else.
Voice, which one of them again was the butcher?
That would be Justin
Justin.
Rask,
Justin.
the J next to you.
So Hammond, what do you think we need to do to go ahead and get this up and running and be able to compete against Fru's Brew?
Upon your mention of his name, you see Craddock seem to glaze go off of his eyes again, and as he's finishing a little bit of wine. Well, naturally, first thing for a tavern, I'd say, is you either want to go for high end or you wish to go for high quantities. So, the real question is, which way do you think you will wish to take this? I will tell you, I think with your space, you could do either.
What about the local clientele, people moving through? What type of customers this area got?
Well, luckily, I actually thought this through as he reaches into a pack and pulls out a small notebook. Well, the current population in the North Ward is around 46,000 individuals, of which 35,000 are workers, either from labor all the way up to working for the government. Now, the average disposable income for them is pretty large, but most of the people who live here are paid fairly well. So, I would say your best bet is to try to bring in a large quantity of individuals at the start and then either whittle that down and slowly change your establishment into more of a private club, or continue with large amounts of people coming through. But either one will require a good amount of investment for brand recognition, so to speak. Yes. Mm-hmm.
What if we started and focused on quantity, but then kept a couple, high quality goods on hand just in case we got more, uppity to do clientele?
Well, we could help you out there. Usually it's one or the other, but I'm certain we could come to a deal.
Yeah, just so we didn't offend anybody that of high stature maybe decided to drop in and check out a new tavern.
Well, that's true. You're in between both one of the more profitable regions and the Field Ward.
Like you said, I'm just trying not to be some, Dock Ward slum. Definitely don't want to be
they make
that.
money, I have no issue with them.
More talking about the clientele. Not the product.
See. Well, I don't think you would have too many dock warders coming up here, especially at night. Most of them either stay down there or don't make it back,
I mean, there are more noble villas surrounding this section of the North Ward than there are taverns. So, yes, you're probably going to get a lot of nobility at least checking you out.
Yeah, I guess that's the point. Just want to be prepared for that. I mean, Isaac, you would have a good idea what nobles like to drink too. I mean, I know Craddock probably knows the whole exact list.
Yes, I mean...
Craddock, you got that. There's a fancy drink he likes. It's a Zabadoo. A
Zabadoo, as you see a face come on him, and he's like, I'm actually not familiar with a Zabadoo.
A Zazar Zabadoo. Zazar.
Zazar.
Yeah, Zabadoo.
I'm familiar with that, and needless to say, we have access to it. It's not the cheapest of drinks, though.
I guess that's what I'm saying is, I guess that's what them noble people order.
Well, let's see here. I would say since we're going for
I never had
numbers
a
with an
Zazar.
ability to bring in higher end customers, have you ever had any of the draconic ales? There's multiple colors, and generally they are quite enjoyable. They are not too expensive yet not too cheap. A decent choice for a up and coming establishment.
Isaac, would you and your friends drink draconic ales?
To make it clear, it's not actually draconic. It's just a special. It's not like dragon blood or anything.
No, but we could say that's what's in it, right?
I actually do have a few tastings, if you would like, of a red, green, and black on me. If you would like to try.
Yeah, let's start drinking.
As you see him start fumbling through the same bag where he pulled this ledger from, he comes out with three flasks. All three of them look rather similar to your crystal flask, except instead of having a more individualized style to it, this one they are definitely made more uniform. You see on each one, you see a R, a G, and a B.
Oh, okay.
He hands you the red, or the R, and says, "So this would be red draconic. Feel free to give it a shot." As you take a sip,
Isaac is on the drinking this evening, seeing as it's not been that long since he was messed up.
That's the best thing for it.
As you take a sip of the red draconic, you definitely feel there's an infusion of cinnamon. You can recognize that spice in it. There's a distinct warmth going down your throat and into your belly from it. It is for like the fall, winter, and even probably early spring. This is a wonderful drink.
That's nice. I hate cinnamon though.
And what time of year are we? Why would you hate cinnamon?
There's
What
something
time of
about
year
it.
is it? I honestly don't know.
It burns my nose.
Let's see. You guys are in Tarsak, which is going to be you're coming up to spring.
Okay.
Into spring.
Yeah, so we want some light hoppy, like some, good vibes.
You don't like cinnamon, which is a bark from a tree.
Is that where that comes from?
Yes.
I didn't know that. That's interesting. What type
as
of tree is it?
he does offer, I would say, he would reach over to, oh my goodness, to Bastion and offer the green drink.
Oh, yes.
This is green draconic. As he does take a pretty healthy gulp of it, this is a strong ale. Like for a moment, you thought he was drinking that.
Yep, that's up.
This is to the point where that may just be a wine.
It's still there. Okay. Oh, that's some fire starter.
As you see to the last one marked with a B, he offers it to you, Swift. And this would be black draconic, if you'd like to try.
What am I getting myself into before I down that?
Oh, you would like to know? What? It's actually infused with some citrus. It has a slight acidity, but overall, it's a wonderful drink when the days begin to warm up. A pretty decent spring. Sure enough, it is just as he described it. You get a serious hint of citrus. I would say it's closer to like a mandarin than an orange.
I trade cups with Swift. They're the same person.
That's perfectly fine.
Here, try the tree stuff.
I take a sip of his.
The best thing with the Draconic series is naturally I'll come by every month or so, and if you wish to switch to one, I have a selection of 9 different varieties. So we can make your establishment cater to whatever's you wish to serve.
Riggins gonna grab a mug,
Mhm.
an empty mug off the table,
Okay.
and pop his little flask.
Your flask or
yeah,
his flask?
Yeah, the spider flask. Pop it
Okay.
and pour it into the mug, but do it on like the side, like underneath the table, off to his left.
All right, so you're trying to hide it?
Yeah, Swift will
right.
obviously see it. But just pretty nonchalantly.
What
Okay.
are you doing?
And then hold on, I just want to see. And he'll give
What are you doing?
Hammond,
Hmm?
or Mr. Craddock, give this a try and tell me what you think of this. What
Oh my
you
God,
have
you're
some
gonna
of
poison
you
him.
have some of your own brew already?
Well, I don't want to. I'll just tell me what you. I just want to get your opinion. That's all. As I slide the mug
As
to
you're
him.
pouring it out, you're again seeing like it's clearly a dark liquid in it
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah,
And do you fill up the entire thing, or are you?
I just pour. I mean,
Okay,
it
okay.
doesn't seem to stop.
It does not seem to stop.
just giving him enough to, have a swig or two.
You see
You're
see
gonna
him.
kill this man.
He offers his hand. You I suppose hand it to him.
Yeah.
He does a quick inspection, putting his eye into it.
Yeah.
Takes a sniff. Oh, that's that has a pungent aroma.
Yeah, there's something. I don't know.
As you do see, he seems to, as he's lifting up to his mouth, he seems to almost want to turn away a little bit, just like slightly, as he takes a sip.
Yeah.
And you just see, like, for a moment, he's like forcing himself.
What do you think?
Well, that is a unique experience.
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Do you think we should serve it?
Absolutely.
You can be honest.
I think we should save it for
Yeah.
those special occasions.
Okay.
If
You
let's say maybe when you wish to get rid of the paint on the outside, or perhaps when you have a wound and you need to disinfect.
Oh, so
Swift
like
is like face palmed and shaking her head.
I got you. So it's
You see him begin to go
More of
through
a-
his bag again, and he seems to pull out something and takes a quick sip of it.
More of a medicinal alcohol.
more of like a tonic.
Precisely.
Oh,
The less is more, I assure you.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting.
Now, naturally, I need another.
It's
as he
still
takes
there. It
another sip of
lingers.
that.
It really it stays with you, doesn't it?
Certainly does.
Yeah.
I haven't had something like that since goblin gut rot. Ugh.
Oh, what is that? Is that a drink?
Well, it was a few years ago. A goblin tribe to the south that was willing to trade some of their, alcohol, as he does little air quotes, for meat. So one of our traders decided to try it. Well, we it's terrible.
Oh, that's okay. I just wanted to get your opinion. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a unique drink. That's a new one.
Whispered Swift. I really just wanted to see if we might get a lucrative business opportunity going here.
Okay, so
I don't know what's up with this flask, but it just doesn't stop.
I have one other set. If you would wish to see, if you would like to try a different one other than the Draconic Ale, or I could offer you maybe. I
really like the Draconic. What do you guys think?
You all wish to go for that? I don't mind.
Bastion
I
says,
think
I agree with anything Regan says, as always.
I can tell you only one other establishment in all of Waterdeep currently sells more than one of the flavors. So,
Where's that at?
it's actually over by the Castle Ward.
Uh,
Are you familiar with a man by the name of Durden?
yeah.
Wait, it's
I
Soul of the Yawning
know
Portal.
Durden.
Ah,
We know Durden.
he always is willing to buy the what we would consider the seasonal version.
Oh. Well, I think it'd be a good idea if we ran it too. It's not like we're in any
Well-
competition.
Well, what is this other stuff you got in your bag? He's got more stuff for us. What are you
I-
talking?
Do
And will what you're showing them go ahead and allow them to compete against Frune? I mean, apparently he's got his own IPA.
hmm Let's see. I can't say I've actually tried any of Brune's stuff yet. Have you all?
Yeah, it was one cask.
I'll tell you,
It
he's
was,
not wasting any pennies on brand recognition, so to speak. He's basically hired, it seems, almost every other crier in the city.
Yeah, he basically poisoned a cask and sent it over here, and we've learned.
It was a little
to stop.
touch and go a little bit ago
He-
earlier today.
Poison?
It's,
the cat?
yeah.
Do
it
you,
was-
are you sure?
Yep.
We're investigating it. Don't worry.
Yep, pretty sure.
Unless you know of an alcoholic drink that makes you want to drink more and more of it after the very first glass, knocks you out.
I don't know. Well, first of all, if I had one like that, I mean, I would be able to sell a ton of it. You said he
Yeah.
had it?
Until your clientele died.
Oh.
It's pretty
That's-
bad.
Yeah, that's a...
Yeah, it took everything to get them to
Yeah, I
stop.
think it's best to let them, kind of.
Swift had to destroy the barrel it was in, the hand keg that it was in, just to get us to stop.
I'll
And
be
that was-
honest. Thinking back to that was probably
Oh.
the worst moment of my life. Was when she did that.
Thanks, Rhea.
Yeah, I got some scars.
A loss of a good brew is a hard thing to follow.
You don't understand. It wasn't just a good brew. It was the brew. Oh, it was the brew.
Well, let's see here. I have more of a, I would like to say, themed set of drinks as well. I have a Shanty Shandy. It's actually a rather expensive brew for a middling spot, but it is a unique option as he starts to go through his bag again and pulls out yet another one, and you see SS written on it, and sets it out. If one of you would like to, or I can give you a description.
I want the description and then I want to drink it.
The Shanty Shandy is actually probably my biggest seller to a lot of the bard schools. Actually, apparently it allows people to see musical tunes hanging in the air, and so they say. Those who drink it dramatically improve one's skills at dancing. I can tell you, anytime I've drank more than 5 of them, I assure you, I feel like my my talents have increased when in fact, I think I just fall down. You wish to take a sip?
Take a small sip.
So 100%, as you do take a sip, you do feel like a warmness go around you. You don't. There's no real music in here, so you do feel like you have a little bit more energy and you would want to be moving, but it's definitely slight. It's not much of a compulsion. Well, what do you think?
But what does it taste like?
Oh, it's Again, this one is mixed in with a fair bit of citrus and a very light hop flavor at the end.
Not too bad.
The other one that I usually would sell with it, it'd be a Brandis Brandy, named for a famous pirate captain, actually. As he begins to go through his little trusty knapsack. So as he takes it out, this is actually in a rather fine flask. It's actually cut with seawater, and the barrels aged and by submerging in the sea for at least a year and a half before it is served to anyone. If anyone would like to try.
And the flavor of it?
So, a distinct, you have a aftertaste of peach followed with a sensation of dryness, thereby trying to get your patrons to drink a little bit more to deal with that.
I will taste a small sip.
100%. That's a tasty brandy, and now you feel a little parched. Maybe you should take another.
No.
Okay. And then the last one I would go with it would be probably the Moody Cider. This is actually made
cider.
Yes, yes, and they named after a man who came up with them. He was able to trick a few treants into letting him take some of their apples from one of their harvests. The unfortunate thing is, I don't know if you know this, but when treants raise them, it seems the actual fruits seem to have emotion. And
that is true.
They do not appreciate it. But when
I once walked into a forest with trees, and I had some trees that I was harvesting. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. It's pretty alarming when a tree starts screaming at you. That's a shock to the system right there.
The uniqueness of this drink is, for each new one served, you don't know what you're going to feel because the leftover emotion is in the glass. You can experience exuberance, depression, fits of laughter, shyness, love, confusion. It's a gamble with every drink.
Riggin must drink.
I would say earth-shattering pain is what those Trents were experiencing, because I was really getting into them.
Does that sound like something you really want your clientele to go through?
No, probably not.
Well, it's a unique experience.
So's coming into a tavern that has a ghost.
See, the thing about Trents, if you want to get away from them, you got to run in zigzags. They're not great turners. I learned that.
I tap.
Turners.
They don't. They can pick up speed though. If you just go straight, they can get moving. They got those long limbs, but when you do the turns, they get kind of tripped up, and that's how I got away. I eventually hid, and it was kind of like a little outcropping with a stream coming through. You couldn't hear me breathing because of the brook. That was nice. But he kept on looking. Turns out, I don't think they can smell. I think that
it's probably okay, Reagan.
A lot of the what?
I think that we probably don't want the last three, even though they're kind of tasty.
Well, all right, that's fine. As he begins to put them back into the.
What are we talking about?
And well, so I should mark you down for, would you say 3 or 4 of the different variants of dragon, draconic?
Well, if you're gonna go dragon, might as well go the full chromatic.
Yeah.
Oh, you want the full chromatic?
How many is that again?
That would put us on the map.
There's a total of 10 types, but if you want chromatic, there's 5 of them.
Okay.
So you'll have copper, bronze, brass, silver, and gold.
That was metallic.
Oh, pardon me.
I was going to say, we want the black because that's the one that's coming into.
Pardon me. Red, blue, green, black, and white. I apologize.
Well, are each of them for different seasons, or?
I have access to them throughout, but they do tend to sell better during certain seasons.
Would both the oh my god, I can't. The metallic and the chromatic have one each individual for a season? Is that accurate?
I don't think there's 10 seasons.
No, there's not 10 seasons. You're not listening.
Oh, sorry.
So if there's one set is for this one set of seasons, then is there? Never mind.
If there's a green for spring,
Yeah.
is there also a copper?
And oh,
Thank
yes.
you, Isaac, for understanding what I was trying to get out and couldn't.
Absolutely.
Then shouldn't we be having both?
Seasonals.
Well,
for
it's your choice on that.
He did just say
I
the
was kind of asking
chromatics.
the two of,
He-
I guess, Bastion, because he doesn't understand what's going on right this second.
Oh no, I understand.
Oh, well, good.
Yeah, I mean.
So what
I
is your
did say
opinion then?
I did say just chromatic, but
Yeah, I
Well,
believe
what-
you're confused. Isaac did mention the chromatics, and Craddock here mentioned the opposite. He just got confused. It's okay, happens. He pats like Craddock on the shoulder. But yeah, I guess if you want to get a metallic in season as well,
There's no problem with that. You just have to tell me. If
let's say
Well, okay, so-
let's stick with all the chromatics, and then just carry the one seasonal metallic in addition. How about that?
That's perfectly fine with me. As you see him take out
That
a
way
quill,
we're not.
should I write it down then?
is there a higher cost to getting a one out of season?
They are actually currently well stocked, so no at the moment.
At the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can adjust as things happen down the road.
What I assure you is I would give you at least a month's heads up before any prices change. But
And-
generally,
And if we had a
as
popular
long
one, we
as
could
trade
just stock
continues
up.
to come in, we'll be fine.
So it sounds like we'll be running 6. Correct?
And
Should we maybe ask Liff how he feels about this? Just out of curiosity.
Hey, Liff.
You,
You want to try any of these? Can you do that? Is that a thing? Can you smell? I'll be honest. I don't have a palate. I don't know that word. I don't have a good one of those. for-
Palette.
What's that? Like the painter thing?
Kind of, but never mind.
Yeah, the mouth painter thing. Yeah, I don't have a great one of those. What's he saying in the sand there, Isaac?
you would see can't smell, can't drink, serve.
Yeah, I think that's a kind of.
I more meant, Liff, do you think this is a good plan?
You gotta
Isaac
rake it,
watched
Isaac. You gotta rake it so it's.
He's already used it. It's already filled up.
Oh god.
You
If
would
there's
see
not, Riggin's gonna
a
spend.
check mark show up in the sand after you
Perfect.
rake it.
He says okay.
All right.
Riggin's gonna make a tiny little rake and little shovel, out of some scrap wood at some point and put them in lifts. And little pebbles too. Make it like a little
Zen garden.
Zen garden.
Yeah, it's fair. Upon you see Hammond writing down the number 6, 1 chromatic, the rest standard. As he does try to look
It's
past
6, 1 metallic, the rest standard.
Yeah, 1 metallic.
1 metallic.
The other was chromatic.
As he tries to look past Justin, who's pretty big. So you have enough room most certainly for at least 6 casks up here, but I assume you would like to have maybe one extra cask of each to make sure you can last. Or
Yeah, we'll show you the cellar after this.
okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure you had the room.
Yeah, this is behind the bar. We'll
And-
hash that out.
since we did speak about a higher end clientele as well, would you like for me to go over some of my more expensive choices?
Yeah. What are those? What are those?
Well, I can tell you for, as he mentioned, the nobility, I can tell you some of the local choices that seem to be pretty popular at the moment.
Yeah, let's hear that.
So I have the Red Fez, which is a heady palm wine brewed in the desert regions. As he begins going through his bag again, as he pulls out a small wine bottle, it's a rather tasty drink with a distinct after effect, where it seems to, well, cool you off almost.
Cool me off.
It seems to leave you a little refreshed from the heat. Not it. For some reason, a lot of nobles think they keep their spaces a little hot, and
You mean like
seems to
holding
be
my
pretty
picks
big.
up in the wind?
Maybe. Let's see here.
No, when that cool breeze hits the sweaty pits. Is that what you're talking about?
I suppose.
What do you mean, I suppose?
Yes, a light breeze on a hot day. That's
Yes,
yeah.
yes. That'd be a good way to describe it.
Isn't that what I said?
Did you?
Pretty sure. That's okay.
Let's
I didn't
see.
mean to confuse you.
For more dark drinks, I have dark smoke bourbon. A rather good bourbon that can only be appreciated with a fine cigar. With every order, you get a cigar. And naturally,
Or is that
if you
like in it,
order
or that comes like in it?
No, it
Wouldn't
gets
it be
delivered
wet?
with the boxes. However many flasks
someone
you
buys
order,
the
you get
bottle.
a small box of them. Yes.
I don't think we want to have to deal with that.
Oh, okay.
Well, hold on now.
Where's the tobacco from?
Well, currently it's actually from down south, and I will tell you, it's not the highest quality. It's just outside of Neverwinter, I think. No. Yes, I think outside of Neverwinter, there's a small village that makes it. It was
Does
better
he,
last year, but it seems to be all right.
Neverwinter's to the north, friend.
Never
Oh.
goes north. Yeah.
Ah,
South would be Baldur's Gate if you want a big.
Baldur's Gate, yes.
Are you okay?
Well, it's been a long night.
Haven't even started drinking yet.
You had me drink that stuff.
Oh yeah, that could throw you off. That's a good point.
Let's see here. Another option I have is as he brings out a rather fancy-looking wine bottle. It's called the Princess. It's a reddish spirit with fruity taste. It's often served with a flower inside the glass. And some people may think it's weak, but it is rather potent. If someone is drinking more than 3 glasses, more than likely you will have to help them out of the bar.
Do nobles not just drink alcohol in a glass without something else added?
Well, they always feel like they need something special. Yeah.
We can kind of eyes it.
Yes, they need to feel special.
Yeah, that Zanzibar or whatever. What's that got in there?
Zazar.
Has it got like little pixie flakes?
No, just a nice almond taste.
The last one I have is Dwarven Garnet Wine,
We'll
made
take
from the grapes of the high mountains.
We definitely want that one.
Probably should figure out what it does first.
I think it'll be fine.
Would you like to try some? As
Yes.
he reaches, as he actually does pour this himself rather than handing it to you. It's, I'd say maybe only 3 ounces, and he passes you the drink.
Regan, Takes
Does
a
Rick know how
sip,
to
but
drink a wine?
leaves
No
enough
way.
for Net too.
What?
He leaves enough for Swift too.
Okay. With you just taking a sip, you first get hit with a almost a sourness to your tongue,
Mm-hmm.
ending out with a rather dry red that seems to come forth. Very distinct. It seems to have been aged in and probably dwarven beer casks.
What type of wood were the cast made of?
Oak.
What type of oak?
That's a good question. I don't know that one.
Does Riggin know? You're his god.
I don't think you'd be able to tell.
What?
I don't think.
Can I really focus?
Okay, try to focus. Roll for me.
Go on, roll.
It's going to be insight.
Insight?
You're
Maybe
asking
perception?
yourself.
Perception?
Nope, insight.
They're the same stat. That's fine.
Oh,
That's 11. What is that?
a northern red oak.
Oh my goodness.
Red oak. We'll talk about this later.
This is one of the northern reds. These grow in the valleys and mountains around Mirabar. Even far off to the east. I don't get many of these up around Silvery Mood. Oh man. This is a fine wood. I'd love to chop
Now,
one of these.
Do you need a moment with it?
I can make a lot of barrels. You can make other stuff. Don't have to just be barrels. You use the offshoots for the barrels. I can make some desk and floor planks.
As Hammond tries to interrupt someone talking about oak again,
You can make a pillar.
naturally these higher ends would be delivered by a case of flask more often than not. They would be more than likely delivered every week. You would not have that many of them. If you would need more, you would have to reach out to me before. I wouldn't expect you to sell too many, but I would give you a fair supply for each week.
Do they find themselves in a lurkwood after these oaks? Where'd they come from?
So, as of right now, how much are we looking at per week?
Well, let's see here.
If we don't get any of these specialty drinks you have sitting here right now.
Well,
We gotta have something for the nobles.
Just hold on, Reagan. I'm just asking a question.
let us see.
Did he roll a dice, or did you as the DM roll a dice?
I, as the DM, roll the dice.
I had to ask.
And oh, how the heck? Well, current prices for what you have for sure. I would only be charging you 25 gold a week.
What's the profit margin for them on that?
You can definitely sell those easily. Well, you can sell them for whatever you want after you pay, but if you can usually make
with normal prices.
Each barrel is easily able to get you between 7 to 10 gold at current prices.
Brigham just kind of looks confused and kind of ruffles his forehead. Seems to be in deep thought. Maybe see him counting on some fingers. That's good, right? He says to Swift.
It's not too bad.
I mean,
And what's
we can make
the
more.
profit margin on the Dragon Ales?
That was the dragon ales.
That was the dragon
Oh,
ales.
that was okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what
I only
about
asked about the dragon ales.
what if we add them fancy drinks?
Ah,
Well,
which
only
ones
had
do you wish?
2 of them, right?
Ah,
Yeah, two fancy drinks.
which two do you think?
The that dwarf one. We need that dwarf. We need that red oak.
Okay.
And the second most popular. I'm sure that's the most popular, right?
It's not quite the most popular, but it is
That's weird.
well known.
That's probably a mistake.
Let's see.
We'll fix that.
One moment. Let me start going through my ledger. So a garnet wine, and you think the princess? Yes.
Can you remind me which one's which?
Garnet wine will be
No,
the oak.
no, that's the last one. Yeah.
The princess is the one I say is usually served in a glass with a flower.
Oh, the second one.
Now hold on. Are we gonna go? Are we really gonna not get a Zabadapadar?
Wait, what if instead we get the red oak and the
A Zabadar.
Stop it! It's Cesar.
A Cesar?
Yeah.
Okay. I do have a. It's not a very I mean,
It's not popular?
Drink. It's not super popular. It's
Well,
Wait,
we don't want
Isaac,
it.
I
Then.
thought it was like the local, like popular drink. Is it not?
No, we don't want it if it's garbage. I know he had no taste. Sorry, Isaac. This is business.
He's gonna be a paying customer. We probably should make him happy.
Do you think
I'm
he's gonna
trying
be
to
able afford
point
it?
you towards.
Out of character, I'm going to say it must be pretty popular, seeing as every Waterdeepian noble starts off with a wine skin of it.
He's 100% right. But he's trying to point you towards like the up and coming drinks, like ones that are beginning to get more popular. He gets. Never mind.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so this is what we want.
It's not popular. It's just the common drink.
Then that's what we want. We want the common Zazar
Okay.
and Riggins garnet wine.
It's not mine.
Okay.
It's the people's wine.
Shut up.
The people's wine.
So then, how much do those 2 add to our list?
Well, let's take a look. Let's see here. You think you would need at least a cask of each?
Oh yeah.
All right,
Sure.
each 10 day. Let's see here. I tell you what, since you're getting 6 of my draconic ales,
Yeah, 6 of them.
I'll do it for 9 gold a week.
9 gold
And you get 1 cask.
on top
Now
of the
make it
25.
clear that's 12 bottles of each. Yes.
Yeah, on top of the 25.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds pretty good to me, right?
All right, now, because I don't know, Isaac, is there anything else we have to have?
Drink wise.
Yeah.
There are a lot of just normal people that live in the North Ward. You're in one of the neighborhoods, and take a look at your neighbors and everything. Maybe what drink might appeal to most of them. Because
Well, I mean,
truthfully, they're probably going to be your main bread and butter clients. The nobles are going to come here on your opening night. They're going to come here for a couple of nights after that. And if you do not keep them interested, they will move on to the next new thing.
I figured that was the idea of getting all these different dragon ales.
Again,
Good
but
variety.
That's the drink that might interest them, but
It's about your location. What's going to keep them coming back, baby?
yes. And if this dinner is any indication, right, you're not going to go ahead and keep the nobles interested. Most of them are going to come, or they're going to laugh at you, Riggin.
What do you mean?
Well, I enjoy your stories about trees. I enjoy hearing about you, but most of the nobles are going to be like our friends here. Their eyes are going to glaze over, right? And they're going to go ahead and make fun of you behind your back.
Make fun of me behind my back?
Well, they're not dumb enough to do it to you in front of your face.
Why would they make fun of me? I don't understand.
You come off as somebody from, you come from the mountains.
Yeah, that's exactly.
You don't come from the
That's
city.
it.
You're just
I
different
mean, I've
enough
been to
that
Silvery
they will
Moon. I
make
was
fun of
a little bit north. You know, One Stone. I was. I was. It was about 30 miles south of that. I was right on the forest edge. Just, it's nice up there.
just as people from your area would make fun of me and my noble ways and what I drink and how I dress and how I
You mean
talk.
your prissy drinks and your little frilly clothes?
Exactly.
Yeah, and your shoes with your little with the
your
toes
area-
and the buckles and stuff and the little lacy
Exactly.
that stuff. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And the
I
nobility.
don't understand what
I
combat
do-
advantage that gives you. Does it keep you warm? No, I don't get that either. And the sleeves, I don't get the sleeves. And why do you have so many spare pieces of cloth all over the place? You can just pull out and hand to people.
touch Reagan's arm.
What?
Because the world's a messy
Probably
place.
not the place.
Not the place. What do you mean?
Probably should let this go for now.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, business-wise, I don't think the nobles will stay here very long. If you want to have this business successful long-term, truthfully, you're going to want to go with the people that live here in the North Fort that aren't the nobles.
Yeah. I just figured that's what those dragon drinks would bring in.
As Hammond does interrupt you on, like, I would tell you if you could hire maybe a bard or two to bring in some music and keep it up, it would naturally help as well. Everyone loves a nice tune to relax to at the end of the day.
That's a good point. I can play the battle axe. Wait, that's not a musical instrument. I'm sorry. That's a screaming instrument. Well, the other people scream. It's probably a bad idea to play that in a bar. Especially if we want return customers. Forget I said anything.
I would tell you your associate is right. Appealing to nobles is a tiring game. A lot of my spots often try that for a while, and well, they simply get tired of it.
Well, yeah, and that's why I say we keep a couple bottles on hand just to appease them while we open. We don't want to offend. And then when they inevitably stop showing up, we'll stop buying those and just flesh out more of the common drinks. Doesn't that sound like a plan?
Sounds pretty smart to me.
That could work.
So we'll get these dragon drinks, get 2 of those little noble to do case of bottles. And why don't you throw in some just your more popular ales and beers.
No problem.
Just in case someone is down on their luck.
Do you want I can that goblin gut rot I could sell
Yeah,
you
let's
for.
get some of that.
Okay.
I'll serve my own thing
I'll
too.
give you a full cast for 10 silver.
Sounds great.
All right.
I got
No
my
problem.
Riggins brew.
In fact,
That'll be good,
first
too.
one will be on me. I'll give it to you.
What if I combine mine with that goblin gut rot? What do you think that'll be like? Does he invisibly shimmer?
Yes.
I'll take that as a yes. We'll call it Riggin the Goblin Slayer.
As you see Hammond begin to write down everything and seem to be focusing on delivery dates, already writing down everything, seems to be looking throughout your spot, trying to figure out where everything would go. Rask finally does he actually puts his leg up on the table and like, so you finished with him?
Yeah, I think so.
Good.
Let's talk meat.
There you go. Now we're getting into it.
Oh yeah,
What you gonna be serving?
dead animals.
All right. Well, you want birds like this, pheasant, chicken?
Birds never did it for me. I'm not gonna lie.
I think one of you mentioned seafood. I can get you that too. It's no problem.
I do like seafood. It's kind of new.
I would tell you it's probably the cheaper option for you.
I don't want all seafood, right, guys?
Probably should have a little bit of both.
Yeah. What type of red meat you got?
Well, I've got I've got cow. Let's see. Yeah.
That's going to be expensive here, though, isn't it?
Oh, it's pretty expensive. Mutton's pretty cheap. I can get you ham.
Oh yeah, I like a mutton.
If you want full pig, I can do that too.
Oh, I love pig. You smoke them?
We can.
Oh yeah, I love.
Just ask for what you want, Reagan.
Well, what do you guys want? I don't want to monopolize on this.
We handle any kind of meat you can think of.
Well, I think it'd be smart for us to carry.
I'm happy with a little poultry and a
Yeah.
little
I think
seafood.
a poultry, a seafood, and a red meat would be pretty good. What do you guys think?
Sounds good to me.
Any particular cuts?
Bastion?
Well, I say we take all of it for the chicken.
Okay.
Bastion says,
You're going to do a breakfast, lunch, dinner service, and then meat throughout the day. So what would you have for each of those meals?
oh, we need a lot of eggs.
Eggs.
What? Have you ever heard of brown?
No
You see him
brown.
stop,
You don't need
and he's
brown.
like, "You want brown?"
I assume that's something we would make on site, right? Or do you have like a custom recipe?
Most do their own. There's no doubt about that.
Have you ever made brown? Do you have a sample?
I don't have a sample of brown
No.
on me.
No.
I think I've done
Sample
well
of
enough that
brown?
I don't have to eat brown that often now.
Oh, you don't like it?
It kept me going.
Oh,
Reagan, I think it's a poor man's food.
excuse me?
Hmm?
Regan kind of like looks at you, then looks at him. That's why we're talking about it now. So Swift.
Okay.
I didn't want to say it because that would make me even more pretentious. But yes, brown is something they serve in the dock ward, not in the north ward.
Oh, yeah, we don't serve it here?
Not often.
It's really good.
Not unless the winter.
You're one of the only people that thinks that.
What about rat on a stick?
I can get you rat. I can get you rat.
I had some of that in the North Ward. We were up there, remember? I mean, it was a cart, but
As Bastion would interrupt, that was the field ward.
oh, sorry, I get confused.
Am I getting you rat?
What do you guys think?
Poultry, seafood.
Are rats red meat?
No rats.
I wouldn't describe it as red meat.
Okay.
No rats.
How about poultry, seafood, and lamb or goat?
Lamb. Okay.
Some mutton.
You see him. You see he gets a little bit more steady, and he's like, "Oh, okay, all right."
How does that sound?
let's
That's
see.
kind of middle of the road, not too fancy, not too.
Will you be
slummy.
serving 3 meals, or is this going to be like a noon after? I'm not sure if you guys are going to be all day or not.
Well, we don't have a cook per se, but
Oh, right.
yeah,
I remember
Kelso,
that.
you had some kitchen experience.
Kelso, well, it wasn't me. It was my associate.
Oh, I thought it was you.
No, sorry, Bryn Hilltopple. As he motions to the young woman who's definitely was
Kelso is.
finishing off a
Kelso looks
entire
very
bone
female.
of a pheasant.
Kelso looks extremely female.
Oh,
By the way.
That's old Granny, by the way, with the knife.
Yeah, that was my confusion. I'm sorry.
her.
Thought I was talking to the sister. I forgot.
Well, the sister would be Danica Diddlewing, but Bryn Hilltopple is the one who was being
she's
trained
the
as a.
cousin? No, she's the associate.
She's not related.
Associate, sorry.
Mhm.
Associate.
She's her own person.
Yeah. Bryn, you think you
I,
could do 3 meals if you had to solo?
I would try.
You would try.
What would you want?
Oh, we're gonna get her
I
some
feel
help.
pretty
Yeah.
confident. I could definitely deal with her breakfast.
You can fry eggs?
issue there. Oh,
Do some ham,
What if we served breakfast all day?
some sausage.
Just putting it out there.
Swift. That's an amazing idea.
I don't know, is it?
Upon you saying
Does
that,
anyone
you
do that around
suggesting-
here?
What would you call that? I don't.
Now hold on. I've heard. Have you guys seen where they take like wheat meal flour and put milk in it, right?
Mhm.
And eggs and stir it up. And then they put it on a hot iron and like close it and clamp it. I think they call it a graddle. Graddle or something, I don't know. And open it up and it's what's it called? It's got like a checkered pattern in there, but it's got little holes and you can put butter and maple syrup in the holes. What is this thing called? It's a wiffle.
Can't say I'm familiar with it. A wiffle?
Yeah, a wiffle.
Okay.
Have you?
Wiffles.
Yeah.
I can't say I've ever had a wiffle.
Well,
Are you talking about hotcakes?
no, they got the checkered. That's when it's a flat, like a pie, like a flat circle. These
I
are
mean,
like
everyone
checkered.
likes hotcakes.
I saw one of these. I saw one in the inn up north. I forget where it was.
Hotcakes?
It was where was it? It was the swinging sword. It was up in Red Larch. It had they called it a continental breakfast or something like that. They had them over by the fireplace. You just scooped it out and you put it in the the graddle.
You see Rask writing down a graddle. Okay, graddle.
You put it in
All right.
there, and then you just closed it and came back in a couple minutes and just pulled it out.
But wait,
then they
you did
had-
it yourself?
Was the
everything.
waffle?
A waffle. That's what it. Yeah, you remember
no,
the
it was
waffles?
the wiffle.
No, I think it's waffle. I think Swift. I think it's waffle. You remember the waffle, Swift,
Yeah.
with the butter,
waffle.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And the maple syrup.
Yeah, that's sweet
Oh
gooey
my
stuff.
goodness! Oh, it was so good. I knew the best stuff comes from trees. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. The best stuff comes from trees. What we need.
Wait, so it's a pressed hot cake?
It's like formed. So hotcake's flat, right? But it's the same stuff, but you press it and clamp it shut for like 2 minutes. And you open it
Okay.
up.
So one side has like a design in it?
It looks like a checkered pattern. Like tiled floors, but it's got little divots. I'll get with a blacksmith and I'll get them to make one. And we can put it we put 2 of them, 3 of them by the fire or the hearth. Or we can put them in the kitchen too.
I was about to say Bryn should probably make them.
Yeah,
we're
we'll put
not
'em in the
doing
kitchen.
continental breakfast here.
And we can serve waffles for breakfast. Oh, it was so good. We can serve waffles all day. We can serve waffles for breakfast. We can serve waffles for lunch. And we can serve waffles
Oh,
for dinner.
remember they were serving the waffles with that pheasant and
What was
chicken.
it?
Remember?
What? What?
Turn into the Southerners.
What did they put on it with the
The chicken with the waffles, remember?
yeah, where they put what'd they do? They dropped it in a big old vat of oil.
Yeah.
And it was sizzling. What'd they put on it? It was some white powder stuff. I don't know. What was that?
I don't know. It was delicious.
Do you know of any white powder that you put on chicken? Talking to the young associate lady.
Flour?
Flour? Yeah, just like that's what the waffles are made out of. That same stuff?
Yeah,
You
you just
put that on the chicken
you can.
and drop it in hot oil, right? Like what you pour over soldiers? Yeah.
So you just make a batch of the waffle stuff and then just dip the chicken in that and then put
And then drop it in the oil, yeah.
If it works like that, I could probably do that.
But they put that, so you had the waffle, then you put the maple syrup on it, and oh my goodness. And it looks so swift. You remember?
I remember.
I remember. I haven't seen anything like that around here. You want to try that?
You see Broxley actually writing stuff down as you're talking.
Oh God!
Where did you
He's
see it
gonna
at?
steal.
Where did you see it at? Perhaps I can send a writer out to go have.
It was the swinging sword up in Red Larch.
Sword.
Yeah, they called it a continent breakfast.
Broxley actually does try to get your attention. I say, no need to bother one of yours. I can send one of our men to go and find out, and we can bring this, exquisite idea to Waterdeep. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to try it here first, though, Broxley.
Are we literally planning on doing breakfast all day long right now?
Well, we could call, what were those things called? The Whiffles? We could just call it, like, this would be like the House of
The
Waffles.
Whiffles Rest.
The House of Waffles?
The House of Waffles, yeah. Waffles and chicken. The Chicken Waffle House.
Probably should serve bacon with it.
Oh, I thought that was a no-brainer. Is that a no-brainer, Rask? I assume bacon was a no-brainer.
Waffles.
What did Isaac say? What'd you say, Isaac?
Troll skull chicken and waffles.
Right?
Oh my goodness. Isaac. Troll skull chicken and waffles. Isaac. What have you done? We need a sign maker.
You can. Never mind.
Listen, all I'm saying is you got your drinks, and then you got chicken and waffles. What more do you need? Oh my goodness. I don't even think we need. Rask, can we scratch the mutton and the fish? We need chicken. We need chicken, Rask.
Are you sure we don't need the fish?
What do you guys think? If we're going to go, I say we go all the way. Who doesn't like chicken? Riggin slams the desk as he says it. Who? Raise your hand at this table if you don't like chicken. Raise it. He looks.
Rask, how about going ahead and just making sure that there's a catch of fresh fish here on the daily?
All
I need
right.
to feed at least 3 people.
At least 3?
Yes.
Well, that's easy. Okay.
Okay.
That's just a few silver. No problem.
There you go, Swift.
Thank you.
Wait, Swift, you didn't want the chicken though?
I didn't say I didn't want the chicken, but fish.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about for customers, not for us. We can get whatever we want.
Probably should have some fish for the customers.
Oh my goodness. Remember when you put the syrup on the chicken?
Yes, I remember, but you can't eat that every day.
You can't?
Do you want customers to come in every day and eat here?
Yeah.
Do you want to eat the same thing every day?
I mean, if it's good, yeah.
The same meal every day.
I did
Forever.
that my entire life.
Oh boy.
What do you mean? Oatmeal and blueberries. And then,
No, we need some variety.
you don't like oatmeal and blueberries?
Bryn, what else are you comfortable making?
Sometimes oatmeal and strawberries are good.
What's strawberry?
Oh my goodness.
I,
We need
I,
strawberries.
I could do. I could definitely do bacon as well.
Okay, chicken,
I'm not-
bacon, some fish.
I can't.
Sausages.
I've learned how to do a mussel stew, but I don't know how to cook fish that well yet.
The fish is mostly for me. It'll be fine. You don't have to cook it.
You think we could put brown on a waffle?
Rask, you said you had an idea for a cook?
Yeah, I have an associate who, well, he
Are they
got into a
willing to
little bit of a
experiment?
brawl and lost his job. He's not as sociable as me, but he's decent at his job.
He got into a brawl, though. Do you know over what?
I believe someone said his homebrew beer was weak as an elf.
Uh-huh.
I say we
He
talk to
likes-
him.
He likes to
I mean, I'm fine meeting with him.
he likes to try to make his own brews. Apparently, his family used to do it a long time ago. I don't mind sending him to you as early as tomorrow if you wish.
Yeah, let's meet him.
Yes, please.
You've heard what they intend to go ahead and sell. Do you think he's up for experimenting with this to get it right?
I can't see how he would say no since he doesn't have a job right now.
I mean, Rask, I'm not going to be around the bush. I have made these before.
You didn't mix up the batter, though.
How hard could that be?
I don't know.
It was just in a...
I assure you, he's good at his task and would be able to handle most of your wishes. At least he could try to figure it out pretty quickly.
Yeah.
All right. I still think we should have all of the chicken, mutton.
Okay,
And the
but
fish.
we need a lot of chicken.
Yes, I got it.
Okay. We're thinking 10
Chicken.
whole chickens.
Chicken and
What-
waffles can be like the lunch and dinner specialties.
Yeah.
10 whole
Mhm.
chickens a day? Is that what you think you would go through, or
Ten or
you
two
think
to
you would
that.
need
How
more?
many? What do you guys think? I have no idea. I
How-
say
how
let's
much is
double
a
that.
whole-
Generally, you can get enough to serve 4 people with 1 chicken easily if you're being more than generous. If you want to skimp around, you could probably serve as many as 6.
No, we don't want to skimp.
No, they get a whole half a chicken with a waffle.
They do.
Now, how soon can you get another order over here within a day? If they were to go ahead and use up all their chickens during the lunch rush, could you resupply their chickens by dinner?
You'd have to send a Zephyr note, but yes, I could probably do that.
Just in case they become very popular.
It's going to
Okay.
become popular, Isaac. Have some faith.
Isaac, you weren't there, man.
That's why
When
I'm
you
trying
put
to
the
help you.
syrup, and they had some other like pepper sauce.
So
What was it?
Wait, how are we going to get the syrup?
There was y'all got maple syrup, right?
We
Maple
definitely have syrups. There's no problem getting them.
Okay.
Yeah, that was-
I don't know. Let's check.
there's trees
So,
everywhere.
We'll do 10 full chickens starting out per day. Do you? I hope you understand. They're generally going to be dead already. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you wanted to have them delivered live or not.
No, that is fine.
I don't think anyone wants to eat the live chickens.
And you said, do you want us to go ahead and half them if you're going to serve half, or?
What do you guys think? I think half a chicken's good. That's a
I
good.
mean, we're going to pluck them. We're going to
Nah,
take
maybe
off the head,
let's leave them in quarters.
quarters.
Yeah, maybe they want the dark meat. Maybe they want the white.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the best way.
All right.
So they can get dark or white and a waffle. They don't have to get the waffle. They want the waffle though.
All right. Well, chicken's not too expensive here right now.
And yeah, still want
Easily-
some breakfast, some eggs, bacon, sausage.
If you want us to go ahead and have it prepared for you, it'd be about maybe just a silver chicken.
How much
By
is it?
prepared, you mean cut.
Yes.
How much is it unprepared?
You'll go down to probably 9 copper.
Save us the time.
Hmm.
All right. And you wish for just a light serving of ham, lamb. Is that correct?
Well, we need some eggs.
Oh.
We need sausages.
Easily, why not start you off with 12 dozen eggs? Yeah.
I love it.
All right.
Eggs, sausages.
Eggs are remarkably cheap.
Yeah.
2 copper an egg, yes? You know what? I'll give it to you for a copper an egg. Hmm?
That's fine. Whatever. I want eggs.
All right, 12 dozen eggs. And how much red meat would you like?
I think we decided just to go with the mutton.
Oh, okay, just a moment. What do you think? Two sides. You think? You think that'll be enough for you for a week?
Sides, you mean waffles?
No, he's talking sides of beef or sides of mutton.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That should probably be plenty.
yeah.
So-
That'll be fine.
All right.
Probably won't sell any anyway. We got the chicken and waffles.
All right.
That's okay. You can always make it into mutton stew and sell it to the poorer people the next day.
Hmm.
All right. And well, I will tell you to make sure that we can have the delivery to you. If you are indeed that busy, there will be a little bit of a transaction, a little fee. Yes.
Rush
But,
We
delivery.
understand that.
I think we could get everything to you easily for right around 5 gold a week, a 10-day. If you do need a rush order, though, if I come myself, I would require probably an extra gold or 2.
Okay.
Is that
Hopefully we
understandable?
don't need it, but that's fine. If we need it, we need it.
Well, hopefully we do need it so that we can. But we'll just up our order.
Exactly. Hopefully, you only need it the once, then you'll up the order and adjust.
Fantastic. Well, then let me write this down, and I should be able to make your first delivery as early as the next day, if you wish.
Sounds good.
Are we ready to open
actually, no.
tomorrow?
Oh,
We still have to talk to the cook tomorrow. and
Yeah, I
make sure
guess we
that
should
they
talk
know.
to our cook.
you sure?
But once
And
he's
you-
on board,
No.
You may want a few days for him to go ahead and practice the how to make the chicken and waffles once we get the recipes back from up north.
And with Broxley seeing that most of your negotiations are coming to an end, you see him head towards the bar and start reaching around, looking for some drinks. Clearly trying to get everyone ready for another round to celebrate a deal well struck. Is there
so
anything else you'd
what's
like
our
to do?
total for tonight?
Let's see.
What's our weekly total at right now? I have no idea.
39 gold.
Mhm.
Okay. That's food and drink.
Food and drink.
Correct. That does not include paying anyone.
Yeah, that's not staff. Do we have our staff number written somewhere? I mean,
I
we did
believe,
negotiate that aside from the cook.
Swift did.
Do you have that written down, Swift?
Well, see, and there lies the problem.
What?
That's okay. It's on last week's podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have that.
You all did negotiate pay for the current staff you have.
Quick, you viewers, go check.
Yeah, we've
You
got.
actually,
Send us a comment.
Reagan, you did it, and I didn't write it down.
Yeah,
So
we've
it's my fault.
got pay for everyone except for our cook.
I think it was 6 for
27,000?
4 and 3.
Yeah,
And then-
I think
Or
we'd
4 and
said 6
3.
gold a week for.
Kelso.
Yeah, I think we said 4 for his sister. And then. It
3
was,
for Bryn, and then
Yeah.
4 for Dasher, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And those are raised
And-
decided to
Does that sound
That's
right?
right. You also agreed to raises as everything works out well.
Yeah.
I think 2 gold raises for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
A decent wage.
You were being really generous.
Mm-hmm.
As Broxley actually is going around himself and actually stopping the servants from refilling your drinks and serving each one of you. Well, then, if most of this is done, why don't we do one more toast? And we call the night agreed and end on good terms, yes? Oh, and naturally, you'll have my bill.
Didn't we already pay him?
Definitely paid him the 100 gold. I think we owe him his
we already
5
paid
gold.
him. What bill's he talking about?
Probably the 5 gold for helping us find the servers.
5 gold for helping us. What was the 100 gold for?
That was the due for the innkeep,
No,
according to
goodness.
the.
That was the dues.
Actually, I kind of thought we paid him all of it, but I don't know. What is his bill for, though? He seems to have it written down, I would assume.
I imagine. I mean, he hasn't given it to you yet, so you don't know. But you feel pretty confident he would have it written out for you.
Okay.
But he now begins to do the toast. Well, to Troll's skull and the grattles and waffles. Grattles and waffles.
Chicken and waffles.
It's chicken and waffle.
The Troll skull chicken and waffles.
Troll's
Yes.
chicken and waffles. Guys, we got something here.
As everyone seems to down the drink, Hammond and Rask seem to both down theirs pretty quick and already begin to step up. Well, deal's well struck. Is there? We're gonna be heading back before it gets too late. Have stuff to start setting up already.
Justin, you'll send us your friend around 3 bells tomorrow here, please?
Oh, you wanted 3 bells? I'll try to wake him up. No problem.
Wake him up at 3 bells in the afternoon?
He lost his job. He's been kind of.
He's drunk, Swift.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. But just tell him we'll make it worth his while.
No problem.
Tell him we'll give him some drink.
Got that too.
I'll also tell you that I wouldn't. Just don't say anything about his height. All right. Seems to be one of his hot buttons.
His height?
Hmm.
Is he shorter than these?
No, he's probably
3
really
or 4?
tall.
I mean, he's not shorter than them. He's not a halfling.
Is he extremely tall?
Oh wait, you said he was a dwarf. Is that true? Did
He
you
is
tell
a
us?
dwarf.
Okay.
He did not tell you.
He didn't? I thought he did.
Did he?
I don't know.
I was hoping,
I don't know.
but he is a dwarf.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty ornery. He's almost 200 years old.
He'll fit in right or just fine. Yes,
Well,
if
then,
you would
Is that
please
all you
deliver
got?
a message to Celium to meet us here at the
And you wanna throw
after
me what
3
you got?
bells tomorrow would be perfect.
fantastic. I'll try my best to tell him as he begins to make his way out, grabbing his own letter and just making his way out the door. As he does walk out, he gives a curt nod to Broxley. And as Hammond is now trying to get the rest of his concoctions back into his bag, well, I look forward to our first delivery. We'll probably make it here the day after tomorrow. Is that acceptable? And, before I go, could you show me where your cellar is so I can direct my my associates to get it in there for you?
Oh yeah, come on. Follow him over behind the.
It is here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he would just be able to take a look and like, perfect, no problem. Yeah, we have ample room. This will work perfectly. Oh, and you even have some storage for meat area down here. Okay, all right. As he does a quick once over, does a similar thing to Ras, gives a curt nod to Broxley, and heads out the door. Now the 4 halflings who were remarkably quiet, but they ravaged their area of serving. Nothing left. You see that it looks to like, especially the younger sister and what's her name? Oh my goodness.
Bryn?
And Bryn are particularly full as they begin to just lay back and like, that was excellent. Thank you very much. Is there anything else we can do? Perhaps help clean up, or is there
No.
anything you would like to deal with us? Any last minute questions or anything?
Bryn, you should probably be here tomorrow when the
There's
cook
nobody in
comes.
there.
So,
Just the current
3
day.
3
bells.
bells? Okay.
Everyone else, you're starting day after tomorrow. Right?
Well, all right then.
I guess so.
Kelso begins. The day after tomorrow it is then. Yes. What time though?
Actually, it might be best for everybody to come in tomorrow.
Oh,
That
okay.
way we can just make sure everything's good to go for.
That's true, and that way you know the menu.
That's right.
All right. Well,
And we'll open
3
the day
bells
after
with
tomorrow.
Bryn, or would you like us a little bit earlier? Or?
3 bells with Bryn.
No problem.
Do you
Yeah.
have any questions? You've heard
Oh.
you've heard their plans. Do you think you can go ahead and work with all this?
Well, I only have one concern. If we're gonna be super busy, what do we have for to make sure no one gets too handsy with us? We aren't the biggest, and we are pretty easy to toss around. And
Oh, I mean, I'll just chop some arms off.
You have us hanging out here.
you'll be here all the time.
Well, in the beginning. No, really. I mean, I will chop arms off. I don't. Is anyone?
I mean,
They will come off.
We should probably post a sign up so people know.
Regan will chop arms off. We can put that on the sign.
have you thought about getting maybe? Why don't you put arms like you can mount arms onto the wall, and it'd be a warning.
Like the
Better
ones I
yet.
chop.
Yeah, it could be, or whatever arms you find. I
Well, I'm
don't.
going to wait for one of you guys to get grabbed then. You know.
Okay,
And then.
that's my only concern so far. It's
For right now,
Also,
you'll be fine.
You have Lip here.
the
I saw him choke a man.
yes, the ghost, right.
He literally choked the life out of him. I think he absorbed his essence or something.
You do see some of the colors start to leave his face, as you mentioned
I'm
that.
sure that
and
won't happen to you, though. You seem like a nice fella.
that's fortunate. Yes. we'll see you at 3 bells tomorrow. Then yes.
Yes.
Good night.
Night.
Thank you for the meal. Much appreciated, and also, uh, sir, thank you for offering to buy food, clothes for the other two. It was very kind.
Quite welcome.
As they make their way out, they don't give curt nods. They more like do like waves at Broxley. As Broxley seems to sit back in the chair, I'm like, well, I say it looks like I have put together quite a group for you. Yes. Well, what do you all think?
You missed us a cook.
Well, that wasn't my fault. He got hit by a dray.
And you had no backup. Really?
Well, yes, I didn't have a backup because I didn't expect him to get hit by a dray.
You didn't expect us to turn him down either then.
That's well, I only bring the best, you see. You didn't have any problems with any of the ones I brought in so far, right? Rest assured, Broxley only brings the best. Broxley best. Just remember that. B&B.
Broxley, I want you to remember something.
Huh?
I don't have a pair of arms to put up on the wall yet.
I really can't help you out with that one.
Probably should.
You might could, though. So tread carefully.
Come now, as he gives you a good tap on
You see Riggin kind of
basically
like
the belly.
you see Riggin kind of like measuring his arms and then looking up, and he's like,
He's a halfling. He's got short arms.
"They definitely fit."
They're tiny. You wouldn't want my arms. They're tiny. You need to. You know what you should do?
I could
Find a
frame
giant.
them. I could frame them to make them stand out.
Well, nah, I don't think that'd be necessary.
Nor do I.
After all, we're two joined at the hip right now. We both focused on the success of your business venture. Yes,
I apologize. I need an AFK. My father-in-law's calling.
no problem. Actually, you mind if I take a moment and grab a drink?
Sure.
I'm sorry, I'm the worst.
Actually, I was thinking a bio break would be great.
Okay, everyone take 5. Everyone fine with 5?
Sure.
All right.
Everybody take 5, grab a bowl of brown.
I
We're back.
literally just needed to pee and grab a
We're back.
brownie.
We're back.
I just went to grab a drink. Fresca.
I just had to go get
Stream's
chided for
on.
leaving the water on.
We are back. So, Link, you were just trying to threaten Broxley a little bit. Right? Well, needless to say, I believe we're shaping up into it. Have you all decided if you'll wish for me to pay for any criers or anything like that for your opening? Or
Oh yeah, I definitely think we need some announcements.
We gotta do something.
it sounds like you're having them show up for, well, basically your menu and stuff. When are you hoping to open? Do you have a date?
I think day after tomorrow, right?
Day after tomorrow. Okay.
Have enough time. We'll have staff trained tomorrow. Get our cook in here.
All right.
Be ready to go.
What do we do? The cook says no.
Oh, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
You
gonna cook?
Yeah, I mean, he's the one who knew about the whiffles.
Yeah, Swift, I made those waffles. I can do it again.
All right.
Plus, besides, what's her name seemed to think that a pancake batter was super simple.
Okay.
All right. Well
Now,
then,
hold on.
If the dwarf doesn't work out, Broxley would be more than happy to go ahead and find us
I do got a problem though. We need to get a waffle iron made. I need to find a smithy. It's not really a complex design. I just got to
an
get
abundance of smithies around.
it done. Oh yeah.
Is there one right behind us?
Oh yeah. I'll
Where
go
you
work on
did
that
your
in the morning.
axe,
I'll
right?
work on that in the morning.
Yeah, steaming still.
Just want to make it clear, you're going to work at that at 4 in the morning?
What do you mean at 4 in the morning?
Never mind.
I think he said he would work on that in the morning.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, not now.
No, it's not that late now. I'd say it's only around just after 8 bells.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you only spent about 2 hours dealing with that. It was a pretty successful dinner. You got a lot done. Well, if you all have an idea of how much advertisement you would want, I can work up a quote for you. Naturally, if you want this open the day after tomorrow, I'll need to start having people talk about it tomorrow. So,
Well, what's today's date?
Well, today should be the 2nd of Tarsak.
Well, yeah. I don't think the day after tomorrow is too soon. It'll be fine.
But
Sure, we shouldn't have one extra day.
if you want
Okay, we'll open on the 5th for crying out loud.
the 5th, okay. So how do you wish for me to? You want to leave me up to how to? How would I
Can you
say,
give us a little bit of some tier pricing here of like an estimate of what will get us what?
Oh, no problem. So 5 gold should give you criers on at least 2 of the main thoroughfares. 10 gold will be able to get most of the criers in the North Ward. And that should be for at least a full day of them crying about your location. If you wish, an additional 2 gold would get a mention in a broadsheet, which would definitely get you more of the nobles involved, seeing as they usually have time to read.
All right, so we're talking we need 2 days worth of criers, even if they start tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
because we're open for 2 days. So that 12 gold would get us 2 days or just 1 day?
That would give you 1 day.
Right, so do we need to do like
If you
30 gold and for 2 days, guys?
I'll tell you what. You give me 40 gold, and I can have fires for both days throughout most of the city. Naturally, I won't be having. You don't need to worry about the dock ward or the field ward, but everywhere else.
How slimy do I feel like he's being right now?
Yeah, that's a little too much.
Roll insight.
We're gonna help her.
Oh, roll with advantage.
He'll raise his eyebrow.
I don't quite understand how.
He's
how
gonna
that
raise
helps.
his eyebrow.
Yes!
Oh,
Thank you, Riggin.
you're getting the feeling you could probably get him to lower that a decent bit.
I think 30 would get us close to what we need.
30.
Let's
Wait,
see.
That's for 2 days. Yeah, 30. He just
Yeah, I
said
won't
20.
give him 10 gold for 2 days.
30
How are you
gold.
gonna get 10 gold for 2 days?
Well, it's I think I could arrange that. Tell you what. You throw in 2 more gold, I'll include the broadsheets for both days. And
oh my gosh, fine.
I'll take care of everything for you.
I'm taking 12 gold off my sheet, 10 gold off Bastion's.
Okay, 10 off mine, I guess.
And then 10 off yours.
And by midday tomorrow, you'll start hearing criers speak of, again, what troll skull chicken and waffles.
That's it.
Now, you sure you don't want to mention of any drinks or anything?
Oh yeah, there's drinks for sure.
Okay.
Tell them we got the whole chromatic spread.
The chromatic spread. I like that.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's all right. So he begins to write that down in his ledger. It's like, the chromatic spread.
And let them know we got them fancy drinks too. You know, we don't want anyone to feel left out.
Understood. That's all right.
We're new up and coming.
And let's
Now,
see
Broxy,
here.
before you leave,
Yes.
Swift, Bastion, Riggin, are you happy with Broxley's service?
Absolutely not. We're about to find
He's
out though.
joking. He's
He's been alright, I guess. Not great.
sorry.
Broxley, I don't know. We just haven't seen any results yet. That's all.
Brought you dedicated
We
service.
also did
I will
all
reserve-
of the work.
I will reserve talking about him with my friends until after the results are seen.
That would be fine.
And then I'll go ahead and spread word of how mediocre or how great he helped you.
Hmm.
Yeah, you definitely taking some money, so we'll see.
I assure you, all will play out quite well. I'm certain.
Yet to be seen.
Well, if there's any other last minute things you wish,
How about a drink to our success? And Brigham pulls out his flask, unstops it, and hands it to Broxley.
is that the? Oh dear.
Yeah, it's my own custom.
You,
custom
I
brew.
couldn't. It's your.
I insist.
That's your personal.
Come on, yeah, it's real good.
We're in this together, Broxley.
Broxley is together.
As he does offer his hand.
Yeah, is it trembling?
A little bit.
Yeah, good.
Not much. It's not much. He just and
try to hold your breath.
well,
and close your eyes and don't breathe through your nose.
He lifts it up and to the success
Hold
of
your
this
nose closed.
venture.
Close your eyes.
He actually does. He puts his left hand covering his nose, and you see him take a big gulp out of the flask.
Oh, shouldn't have done that.
and
I take
you
it.
see him immediately, like you just see like a moment where it's like, and the some of the alcohol actually comes out of his nose, and you
Oh,
just see him
Lord.
like, oh, it burns. Oh gosh. I mean, as he hands it back, it's quite good.
Yeah,
Goes down strong.
That'll put hair anywhere it isn't.
As he seems to be now just trying to clear out his nose. It's like, well, I'm I'm gonna head out. Have 6 kids to go and deal with.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that the smell will come back in a week or so.
As he begins to head out the door. All right. And you guys are alone in Troll Skull with Leaf. Is there anything else you all would like to go over?
I don't know. Liv, how you feel about this? I go over to the sand.
You would see him writing out anxious.
You ever had a waffle?
Nope.
Well, I'm gonna get a waffle iron. You can't have one. I think you've explained that by now, but we'll describe it in extreme detail, and maybe you can live vicariously. That's a big word for me. I heard it on the street. Bye bye. And Regan runs out towards the blacksmith.
Bye-bye. All right. You start making your way towards the blacksmith. It is around 8:30. Before we go to him, any of the remaining 3, anything you all wish to do? Or
Well, I'm going to call it an evening and head back to the manor house and get some sleep. Four bells comes very quickly.
Yes, it does.
all right. So you're gonna head out. Are you gonna walk home or take a carriage?
He'll walk home.
Okay. It'll take you a little bit of time, naturally. So you'll get back around, I'd say, about 35, 40 minutes.
Singing his way down the street.
Oh, what are you singing?
Let me find something nice.
As he's searching for something nice. Swift, anything you would like to do?
No, not necessarily.
So you would just start curling up. The 2 servants that are left over from Isaac's household are cleaning up, so there's really nothing you all need to worry about. Would you just curl up by the fire, or?
I think I'm actually gonna sit on the top porch and watch for a bit.
No problem. And Bastion being Bastion is probably just
He's
staring
gonna
at
go
a wall.
upstairs and just
And
look and
lay in the
contemplate
bed
life.
without any
like,
any
what
sheets.
about-
Or...
No, doesn't he need to pray to Helm or whatever?
Well,
He
he'll do
probably
that
could.
the entire night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't seem
Prepare,
Maybe,
right now.
maybe one day the deity will actually help us.
Hey,
Yeah.
he got a giant helmet to help kill that monster.
Okay, a helmet. Mm-hmm.
All right, Isaac, did you find out what you'd like to sing? Sounds wonderful.
Actually, yes, I did.
Oh.
I'm going to link it in the chat. It's Proud of Your Boy from the Aladdin soundtrack. Isaac actually has an entire playlist.
Oh my god, I love you, JoJo.
So you're posting this in Dungeons and Dragon chat?
Yeah, so it's
Okay, no problem. Take your time. All right. While we're waiting for that, Regan, you remember where you're heading?
Oh,
You're
I
heading
gotta
towards
pull up
Smithy.
my
Which
Waterdeep
which
map.
Smithy you looking for, my man?
The one right beside Troll Skull.
Oh, and what's the name of it?
Pull up the map. You're so mean.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you mean the steam and steel?
No, I feel like this is a trap. Let me find it for myself.
Uh,
Anything you advise is probably a trap.
Okay, it's LinkedIn. Yes, he means the steam and still.
No, I don't. Or is that what I mean?
There you go.
What is this? I just got copyright strike.
Yep, it's gone.
Okay, we are. Let me go to Troll Skull here.
It's the steam and steel.
Yeah, I want to go to Steam and Steel.
All right, it is getting
with
around
Embrick,
8:30.
Right?
Embrick is one of the individuals there. Yes, it's a duo who's in charge of that.
Yeah.
Are
they
as you
open?
are, well, we're about to find out.
Okay.
As you are walking across the way, basically it is directly in the backyard. You can literally see it. It does seem that there is smoke still flowing out, and since it's starting to get towards twilight, you actually do see some of the embers coming out from one of the main smokestacks. So clearly, someone's working on something as the furnace is going. Then you
Have I
come
met
to
Embrick
the
before?
yes.
Yeah, I did.
He fixed your axe.
There's been
You're right.
two interactions with him with you. As you come to the back door, do you wish to go in?
Yeah. I mean, it's open. Yeah.
It's the back door.
Wait. I would like to enter the store through the normal entrance.
Okay, you would go around.
Not causing any. Why would you put me at the back door?
You ran out through the back, so
Oh
I
my
assume
God.
that's the way you were
I want
going.
to go into the store as a customer would.
Okay, my bad.
Everything's a trap.
No, I was just asking.
100%.
Yeah.
We're not at the go in the store as the neighbor outlook yet, okay?
Yeah, I want to go in the front of the store.
All right.
Of the smithy, of the... What type of wood is it made out of?
Pine.
That's not a very good job.
They're
This is a tinderbox.
they're definitely blacksmiths. They don't
Oh my
know much
gosh.
about wood.
Blacksmiths have to know plenty about wood.
Nah, that's not
Oh
really
my
their thing.
gosh.
Let's see here. So, as you make your way into the main entrance, you actually do see Embrick, actually sitting at the main. Oh my goodness. Apologize.
Forge.
Yep. Nope. You wouldn't see the forge. It's behind the doors. Counter. That's the word.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my
Wow.
apologies. Yep. He seems to be sharpening a two-handed sword, very slowly and actually pushing it on a whetstone. And he seems to be quite focused on that at the moment.
Then I will, I'll just kind of walk, if I get some notice that he saw me, I'll just stand and wait till he's done.
He would not look up and I'm like, it's you again. What do you need?
Got some work to commission for you.
Some commissioned work? What are we talking about?
It's gonna be kind of a custom tool, a piece of cookware. Should be pretty straightforward.
Cookware?
Yeah, like a cast iron piece of cookware. Probably just need a mold, you know. Let me describe what we got here. It's
I'm gonna stop you there, friend.
Yeah. What?
I'm not sure if we've made it quite clear here. We're members of the most careful order of skilled smith and metal forgers.
That's why I'm here.
Abby and I are both considered some of the best blacksmiths in Waterdeep.
Also why I'm here.
And you're asking me to make something to cook with.
Are you trying to tell me that dealing in death is the only way you can change the hearts of men?
I'm trying to tell you that I feel not making weapons is a waste of my skill.
Really? What about a tool that requires such fine precision and expertise that I believe a man only of your skill is worthy of creating?
Roll persuasion.
That's the truth. I'm just,
Roll
oh
persuasion.
my gosh. Can't convince this man to make a waffle maker. Just hear me out. I have a device.
As he continues to move the two-handed sword back and forth, go ahead.
I need a device. Cast iron. About yay big with a hinge. It opens and clamps shut with a checkered pattern on the inside. Fairly intricate. About 1 inch. 1 inch on each side of these little checkers. Little divots. Have you ever seen a waffle? I don't think you have.
A waffle?
A waffle is what it's called. A waffle.
Nope.
You got a sheet of paper that I could just draw this design real quick? It's just pretty intricate, and I don't want you to balk at it, but I think I just don't know where else to go. It might not be a keen edge, but this is a complex.
Stops sharpening. He stops sharpening, and reaches underneath the counter and pulls out a quill and a piece of paper.
So Riggins going to just loosely draw like the pattern of squares, and show how some are sunk, and then the next one beside are raised, sunk, in the waffle pattern. You know what I mean?
Okay, all right.
And just loosely draw like a circle around and show the opening, like this is a piece, and then how it closes and clamps. He's like, the idea is you pour a batter in here. You know pancakes, right? Everyone knows hotcakes.
Hotcakes, yeah.
Yeah, you pour the batter in here and clamp it, and it sizzles them into a shape. Now the shape, look at the shape here. This will hold the syrup. Look at that. It's like a little bed. A whole bunch of little beds.
I'm following here. So instead of it falling off the sides, it gets caught.
It gets caught. It gets trapped. Okay. That's exactly it. And all these little crevices here. And all the extra surface area, right? Instead of it being soft and puffy, it's got a little bit of a texture. It's amazing. We're going to be serving them.
What are you making the sound of again?
Oh, it's just going to be cast iron. I imagine you'd probably have to make a mold for this design, right?
You sure you want to use pig iron?
Pig iron?
It's the most brittle metal any blacksmith would use. You sure you don't want like stainless steel? As he shows you his.
Well, I mean, I'd leave that completely up to you. Again, it's not like it's going to be beat on. The hardest thing that's going to be hit against would be a spatula. So, it just needs to last. Be able to take high heat. That's all. The one I saw was just iron.
I admit.
Feel free to innovate.
Never seen something like this.
Now, I will say it's important. We're probably just going to use butter. It's important that the batter doesn't stick. So if you think steel would give a smoother surface, help it not stick, that might be something, right? What do you think?
Roll persuasion again.
Hope these
Two
are all
things.
DC5s.
2 things. First, I'm not making it.
Oh my god.
I get one of my apprentices to do it.
That's fine.
No big deal.
That's fine.
Second thing, I've never seen it before. If I make it, I'm the only one who makes it.
I can agree to that.
All right.
I'd like to
Let's
start.
see.
I'd like to start with 3 of them. I imagine once you have a mold,
Yeah,
moving forward, making more would be pretty straightforward.
Do a time frame.
Well, need a pretty quick turnaround. We're trying to open up in a couple days. If I could have one day after tomorrow, so our chef can have a day to work on it. I think that. Yeah.
That so if it's in cast iron, pig iron, I can definitely do that.
Yeah.
If you do want to try steel, it would take longer.
Time's of an essence. So the first one definitely have to be pig iron. But
Right.
like I said, once you got the mold, we can always up the quality of metal at a later time. And you get to have some waffles out of it. I promise you. You're gonna be. You just wait.
All right.
Criers are gonna be yelling about us tomorrow.
Say you need 3 of them.
3 of them, just to get us
I'll
started.
tell you, I'll do the mold and I'll leave the actual metal work to my apprentices. That 2 should definitely be able to finish that pretty quickly. Do you need it something that can self-rotate, or is that fine if you have a manual?
I think manual's okay. When we go to that steel model, if this design works, we'll innovate on it. We can put that in. For now, he can just hang it on a hook and spin it.
Sure.
It's just going to be over a fire.
All right.
We can suspend it by a chain and it'll be fine.
Tell you what, since I haven't made it before, I'm not going to take money yet until I give you the finished product.
I trust your craftsmanship.
It's a new item. It shouldn't be too tough. Come by tomorrow, and I should have the first one at least done.
All right.
And I'll see how long it took to make it. I'll charge you for it when it's there. The first one will be a bit more expensive than the others, you understand?
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, well, I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm going to
Probably
keep
in the
this
afternoon.
piece of paper, yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Tomorrow afternoon. Same time now? You think that's fine?
That works for me.
All right.
See you at 8 bells. Thank you. That's a pretty good looking sword you got there too, Embrick.
Her name's Sheila.
Does she cleave things in two?
Oh, she's cleaved many things in two.
Oh my goodness. I don't even see any burrs on there. That's your doing, I guess.
She's one of the prides. Yeah, one of the prides, as he shows you the seems to be lions on both sides of the guards.
Yeah. Well, the old axe repair you did's been doing pretty good. Clean chopper.
How you expect it to be? I mean, I did it.
I know.
Shouldn't be anyone better.
That's the vibe I'm getting. That's why I came to you.
I'll see you tomorrow then.
Yep, see you. And I'll walk out.
All right.
Got a waffle maker in the works.
And as we are at 11, I'm going to stop before you make it home, JoJo, because we're going to come back to you getting home.
Yay!
As there has been a few changes that we'll have to deal with.
Okay.
All right.